Hi, kids. What's up?
How are you? Good to see
I'm
you.
I'm so excited to talk to you. This is one of my favorite shows, and it's just
Oh,
it's mind bending how good you know the creative team behind all this is. I mean, I'll start with Cassie. I mean, stepping onto a set like this that's mostly practical. I mean, you must blow your mind.
mm,
It's unbelievable. I think I've said to you once before that sometimes you would step into these beautiful Redanian castle scenes. And I remember this, it was actually a scene that I get to do with you, and Radovid comes to join later. We're in this beautiful corridor with these stained glass windows with the sunlight just coming through so gently. And I just sat on this little seat and felt the sun on my face. And then someone switched it off because it was a light outside. And actually, sometimes you forget and you get lost in,
yeah.
the grandness of the sets and how detailed it is. I think I got to have a lovely conversation with a member from the art department, and they were talking about how the portraits and the pictures are decided upon and stuff like that. There's not one detail, not one square tile on the floor that hasn't been put there for a reason. And that's so exciting to me, the level of detail in everything, from the sets to the costumes to the characters.
Very true.
And I would imagine, I'll ask you, I mean, that level of detail, that eye for the, meticulous, must buoy up your performance.
Yeah,
1
it's
million
essential.
percent.
Yeah, yeah. Without it, I mean, it's not necessarily noticeable to people watching, but it does very much inform your ability to kind of immerse yourself in the world. Having costumes that are that detailed, having props that work, having sets, as you say, that are practical, and you're actually looking at a real structure around you. It makes your life a lot easier, for sure.
Yeah, and fire and horses. And,
Yeah, yeah.
Does music play a part in you developing characters?
You do, yes.
yeah,
you
we were talking earlier. We both had playlists for our characters.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I listened to a bit of do you know Jabriath, sort of 70s glam rock. I listened to that, sort of got me in the mood.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And I love actually how far Philippa's playlist reaches, because she has so many different objectives at different moments that, for example, a scene with you, I would say to you, I listened to Rihanna Needed Me because it was very grounded and almost predatory and stuff like that. But then when we were preparing for other scenes, it's totally different songs. There were some that I needed something a bit more soft and sensitive, and so I love using music and certain meditations
to
that help me.
I've obviously been missing out. I haven't been doing it. It's very
Well, you
sad.
were working on the Redanian.
You were probably
national
learning your lines.
anthem.
I just wasn't
Oh,
learning my lines in the
supposed
car, and you can make
to
a playlist.
Oh, the lines, there is that.
I would think a nice Gregorian chant would be good.
Yes.
Right? No, I see where you're going with that.
Heavy metal for you. I didn't like when he's coming down the corridors and stuff like that.
A bit of, he's a closet kind of Metallica fan. Yeah, a man who likes to sit and listen to For Whom the Bell Tolls and that sort of stuff. Yeah, I can see that.
The writers seem to have captured incredibly each of your characters. I mean, every one of you has a three-dimensional character with layers and they're allowing you to have a sense of humor as well. It's not all
Very
just,
true.
It's so brilliantly human.
Yeah, I agree.
We were
I agree.
saying
The
that.
humor is so important in this show, and I think it really sets it apart in a lot of ways from other kind of fantasy worlds that sometimes are in danger of taking themselves too seriously. And I think to add that human element of humor is terribly important, because it grounds it. In a fantastical world, it's useful to be able to have a laugh.
Graham McTavish, as I live and breathe.
Right?
you,
This would be every day on set.
I know he's an amazing actor and quite a dancer. Let's just call it.
Beautiful
So
singer
kind.
and dancer.
So kind.
In our final moments we have, and I'll just ask Cassie, what do you think audiences are going to take away from this new season of The Witcher?
how much time have you got? It's almost similar to what you were saying. You know, we're in such a fantastical world. You mentioned to me that the stakes are so high. Every moment is life or death. You know, it really is. Everything is an existential crisis. Do you know what I mean? We don't know if we're going to make it out this one line, I've got to say. But that's an interesting one.
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, I think this season is going to be quite heartbreaking and shocking
So many
for
twists
people.
and turns.
A lot of twists. And I think, you know, that's one of the great joys of this particular show, is that you can never be sure where things are going to go, and my character is part of that goes, oh, I wasn't seeing that. I didn't understand that step was going to happen.
Right.
Even though he thinks he knows everything.
Yeah.
Which is,
And one of the great joys of my life is to talk and meet with people like you that are incredible at their job. So thank you so much for this
So much.
little bit of conversation.
Thank
you. I just wanted to say one more thing, pardon, because I lost my track a second ago. I was going to say we're in such a fantastical world, but the thing for me in this season particularly, and I found it when we're reading the scripts, is the heart. There's so much heart in these moments. It's about real connections, real love, and what the lengths that people will go to protect their love and their heart.
I am overjoyed to be with you guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks so
Pleasure.
much.
Nice to meet you.
Day.